All right. The butterfly spirit is the reading that is last. This is number 3. And the most beautiful one to me. All of them are beautiful, but something about butterflies that just enchants me. Their fragility, but their extreme beauty and the grace. It just feels like a lot of feminine energy for me. I love it. This was the number 11, and this one was for our last 4 signs, which is Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, and Pisces. And it is a master number 11. So this is all about transformation and beauty. Joy and the beautiful lightness of being alive and creative in the world is the focus when butterfly spirit flutters before you. Transformation is inevitable as you grow into your most beautiful, empowered self. Indeed, you will go through some uncomfortable stages as you let go of the forms of your life that no longer fit the new you. Even relationships must go through shifts to match your new emerging self. If you focus on the beauty and not the challenges, stop taking yourself too seriously, you will soon know the miracle your soul wants to experience through you. Today is a day for joy, soul, alight. Look around and see the beauty that is everywhere and in everyone, including you. This brings up something for me. Spirit has been saying the last couple of days, like, just fall in love with love. And we don't always have to have someone on the other side to experience love. Like, you can love. Like, you can appreciate the beauty of life and appreciate the fact that you have air in your lungs and you are able to respond, with certain experiences, or maybe you have certain connections that you appreciate and you're free to have a certain response to those connections. It doesn't always have to end with a certain result, or you don't always have to attach an outcome to it. Right? Spirit is saying, just fall in love with love, the energy of love. And that is so beautiful. I've been experiencing that here. This is what this brings up. But transformation does not have to be as traumatic or dramatic as things may seem to be right now. Remember, change is the only true constant. That's the only thing that's guaranteed in life, is change. And when you resist it, you create a tension within you as you refuse to accept the inevitable, right? This is like that, the death card in tarot. It's like Spirit is saying, you want to do this the easy way or you want to do this the hard way, because either you can come willingly or we can drag you. Okay, I'm getting that kind of energy with this. But in the moment, you might have forgotten the beauty and the joy of life as it moves through its seasons, right? You may have forgotten the joy and the beauty of being able to watch something wilt, knowing that in just a couple of months it's going to come back to life. Its seasons as nature dictates. You are being faced with a choice now. You can struggle with the current conditions, refusing to surrender and see through the lens of lack and loss, or you can surrender to the grace that is calling you to allow life to take its course. Moving through the sadness and disappointment, right? It is a process. Like when we watch things wilt, yeah, it's wilting, but on the other side of that wilting is the new life that's promised, right? As soon as one door closes, guess what? It has just made room for the next one to open. And what if that next one that's opening is so much more beautiful than anything that you've ever experienced before? And so this is all about surrendering and allowing it to soften you, to invite you to bask in gratitude and see you through the lens of, curiosity, or allow you to see through the lens of curiosity. So these are the keys to tuning in. These are the keys to tuning into the infinite potential available to you now. That means there is no limit. We're the ones that put limits on things, or we're the ones that specify how it has to show up. The Spirit said, I never put any limits on what you're able to receive. You're the one that placed yourself under the glass ceiling. I didn't. So Butterfly Spirit knows the beauty and delight you are on the brink of discovering right now. For whoever you are, if you chose the Butterfly Spirit, you're being invited to let go and let it, and trust that it is there for you. Let go and trust that it is there for you, whatever that is. Okay. Butterfly spirit. Something is transforming right now for you. So for my group butterfly spirit, and it's also about the 11, which is about this amazing transformational energy. I see 1111 all day long. So spirit is always talking to me about this energy of transformation. That is a master number. Again, a master number that talks about illumination. Something is being illuminated right now and being shown to you. If you are resonating with this energy, it's a spiritual message coming through loud and clear. And this is one of the most intuitive numbers of all that symbolizes spiritual awakening. And it's like a heightened psychic ability. Like you may be experiencing that right now. Deep connections and subconscious awakening. This is kind of like the bridge between the spiritual and the physical. So if you are seeing this number, spirit is talking to you loud and clear. Okay. So I got Jug here. I'm pulling from my T Oracle card deck. Lighthearted and carefree time. What did we just say? This is a time to not focus on what's transferring or what is ending, right? We look at the caterpillar that has to actually give. The caterpillar has to surrender the former body to the new one. Can you imagine? Of course, that's scary. You mean I have to die to my old self, to my old life, and go through this metamorphosis process in order to get with, it's like, well, what is it going to be? You don't know. We just know it's going to be beautiful. I haven't seen a butterfly that wasn't beautiful, but the caterpillar doesn't know that. The caterpillar doesn't know that. And so there's something about spirit letting you know part of that surrender is to take your focus off of what you're losing, to take your focus off of maybe even the disappointment and the pain that you may be feeling in this moment, and shift that back over to lighthearted, carefree time. The ways that I do that is music, meditation, and learning. Like whatever your passions are, those are my passions. But whatever your passions are, like that's the perfect time to engage. For those that like to travel, maybe that's the time where you can go and travel. Do something that you love, that inspires you from the inside out, because you are being guided. Right now, you should be enjoying life, Spirit is saying, because of what is happening. What is about to be illuminated in your life is going to be something so beautiful. You may not even be able to maintain your composure. It's going to be so beautiful. And so this might be a time where Spirit is guiding you to be lighthearted and carefree, knowing that what is coming is going to be better than what has been. Yeah, egg is coming out as well. Talking about a successful, assured, good plans and hard work. You could be someone who is a very hard worker and has sown or planted things. Egg is really representative of something being born or being birthed. It's that same transformational energy. Something is about to be born. Something that you have been nurturing and caring for and watching over. Success is assured. Spirit is saying, oh, this is going to happen. This is happening, right? Nothing can stop this. Your plans, okay? And I also say parrot here, which brings in a little bit of a nasty energy, right? There's always something to try to thwart the good, but it doesn't work. It won't happen. So there could be someone who is carelessly talking, right? Maybe even about something that they have no business speaking about. Maybe this is somebody that doesn't even have their own mind, right? When I think of a parrot, I think of somebody that just repeats without even any thought. There's no thought to repeating something. And so it's just like aimless talk that may be happening. Be careful of that. And then be careful of people that you share information with. Spirit is saying that too. Not everybody is worthy to open up to. Okay. There's different kinds of leaves. Know the kinds of leaves that pass through your life. Some come to stay. Some are just passing through for a time, for a season, for a moment. You know, so know the different types of, you know, situations that you find yourself in. Be very aware of that. Okay. And then we have Vase, which is secret admirer. For whoever you are, I feel like there's someone who could be digging you on a deep level. Seeing you as something, when I look at a vase, this vase is very beautifully decorated. They may see you as an acquired taste, or there's something about you that's very exquisite or very um, mm, something that you would definitely handle gently, something that is special. I'm going to say that. You have a secret admirer that sees you in this way. Okay. I'm so down for you. I see you from the inside. I'm so down for you. Last, we have Hat. You will be playing a different role. Ooh, okay. So it looks like there's some changes coming up. When this transformation is done, you will find yourself in a whole different position, right? With a whole nother role that you'll be playing. Let's find out what is going on here. That may be, you know, you being ushered into, you know, another area of life where you get to experience joy. This is going to be something different than what you are currently doing. You may find yourself in the future doing something totally different than you had even expected. Okay. You'll be playing a different role. Interesting. What else do we need to know? I'm going to pull from my astrology deck, houses, signs, and planets. Okay. Let's see what we're talking about here. More information on this, please, Spirit. All right. So the only houses that came out is the 5th house and the 6th house. And so the 5th house talks about, first of all, we're talking about the power of this thing that we call love, the power of love, and also the energy around how you exert your resources, like your investments, risks, gambles, and other types of activities or interactions. And the fact that you have this energy of creating these opportunities or these situations. Like the 5th house is sometimes talking about how you engage with life. How you create your creations, your engagements. And then we go to the 6th house, which is about how you show up in service to others, like the work that you do. And the fact that you acknowledge your calling, right? So whatever that is, your work, this is what's coming out in your reading, like the risks right now. I feel like how you create opportunities or you manifest certain things. That's what I'm feeling like in the 5th house. This is talking about you manifesting from this place of your emotions. Your love is very potent right now, creating these opportunities. And then something about your work coming out, the work that you, the service that you provide for others, that's beneficial. Your work, that's what's coming out here. So you may in fact find yourself doing something that you hadn't even really realized was on your path. That may be different in the future. It said you may find yourself wearing a whole different hat. So for some of you, you may be on path for a different line of work in the future, or you may find yourself within your line of work, but doing something totally different than you are doing right now. I feel like that's what's coming out. What else? I do have Sagittarius energy, Leo energy, and Capricorn energy. Okay. So there's a lot to be understood right now in this energy. And Sagittarius brings that energy of wanting to understand, diving deep underneath the surface, looking for answers, philosophizing the reality of a situation, looking and pulling wisdom out of the experiences and being able to dissect those experiences to gain understanding. So this feels like a very deep time, maybe through this transformation. There's a lot of understanding that you will gain or pull out of this transformational experience that you're in. I do feel like also there's a heavy level of leadership that you may find yourself in right now with the Leo energy. I do feel a lot of creative energy here with this egg. And also the fifth house, a lot of creative energy coming out. A lot of executive, creative energy. It's almost like you allowing your creativity to be unfurled, being able to do what you want to do. You are the leader. You are setting the pace here. You may find yourself in this very emperor-like energy right now. And then Capricorn is just being really structured too, delving in, getting maybe more organized. Your day-to-day reality may be calling you to get organized. If you are not, Capricorn energy is very resourceful and very oriented. It's almost like a business-like structure. So I'm getting a lot coming out around. Okay, I am back. My whole recording just cut off. I panicked for a minute because I thought I lost it, but I'm back. And we were talking about the leadership through Leo and the structure through Capricorn, that business-like way, and kind of organizing the day-to-day life, setting goals. And so that's the energy coming out. I can't remember exactly the thought I left off on, but I know we were kind of around the Leo Capricornian energy. What you can do is see what signs show up in your fifth and sixth house. If you are familiar with your birth chart, that will give you more specifics around how that could be showing up for you. Okay. And I'm going to pull some tarot for our number 11s. This transformation that you are in the middle of is one that is inspired and being guided and directed. There's not a lot that you need to do, but be open. Like Spirit was saying, just enjoy the ride. Okay? Enjoy the ride. The Wheel of Fortune is like you being upgraded or you having a level up, right? The fact that the Wheel of Fortune comes out here, that's the energy that you are in right now, just kind of enjoying the ride. Everything is in motion and everything is leading to success. You're headed towards success. Okay? Highly supported, divinely guided, destined for success. That's the energy you're in right now. And then I have Two of Cups. I feel like there's a lot of opportunity. This could talk about your specific situation where you are have some type of connection or destiny that involves another individual, somebody that may be aligned specifically with you in this situation. Maybe you have like destinies that align you too, because there's something about seeing eye to eye here. See how they're peering into each other's eyes? Yeah, there's something about seeing eye to eye here. Harmony, balance, high level of respect. This could have something to do with business, partnerships. Yeah, something like that too. Making certain deals. That's the situation coming out. So whatever it is that you do for your service, your line of work is something that may in fact be, maybe it's a business that is a partnership that you have. You could be transitioning into this. For some of you, this is the opportunity being presented to you is a wish fulfillment. The star comes out, you're being guided, another energy of being guided towards something. And whatever this is going to lead you to a place, I feel like, where you will have that free flow. It's almost like stepping into your groove or your flow, stepping into something that you want to do, that you've desired to do, that you've asked for. It's going to be easy. Like, it's going to sit you right in your lane, right? I'm hearing you, this may be something where you're able to create your own lane. There's not going to be any competition because you're being your own lane. There's not going to be any drama. It's going to be very peaceful. It's going to be very healthy, very restorative, and lucrative too. There's an improvement here, an opportunity to head in this direction. Okay. I could have swore, yeah. The Ace of Cups popped out and popped back in. For some, this could be love. It could have something to do with love or something that you love specifically. And justice comes out. Spirit is saying that this is something that is bringing in a level of balance in your situation. I don't know what has happened. I don't know your story. I don't know you. But whatever happened in the past, this is actually coming in specifically to make it right, to even the playing field, to balance those scales. This is due to you. This is a settlement that's coming in for you, for all of your trauma, for all of the drama that you didn't deserve. Spirit is saying this is coming in for you. Not only that, this is about you being empowered. I feel like I could talk to talk about someone who is moving from a very docile type of position or space. Maybe this is how you're perceiving yourself, but you're moving and shifting into power, honey. When it comes to building, your connections and having a level of authority and autonomy over what that looks like. It's almost like you are stepping into the driver's seat of your life. There's decisions that you're making right now that's going to be very transformative. I'm feeling like this shift in how you're seeing things, how you're moving. Maybe even shifting from how you decide things. From, you may be somebody that used to decide, things according to what would be good for others. I feel like a shift, you taking your power back, right? And your decisions are going to be made from your perspective. You're being guided to do this, right? This is not selfishness. But in doing that, you are actually benefiting others. Okay, this is being guided by spirit. We have the Strength and the Nine of Wands in the near future. Whatever remains unhealed, you are stepping into your courage. Through you taking your power back, there is something, I did get a lot of Sagittarius energy. A lot of what you have gone through, you're seeking answers, you're seeking understanding. Along with that will come a sense of wisdom and courage. to turn that pain into power with the Nine of Wands. I feel like for whoever you are, I don't know if you've been waiting for somebody to come and make it right, for somebody to come and apologize. I feel like you are taking that power into your own hands. You're forgiving yourself, right? Forgiving over that power as you're stepping into your power. So there's this very dynamic movement that's going to happen in the future around you, from the strength to the Nine of Wands. It's almost like you are clearing the slate and stepping into this next level up of your life. You carry with you all of these experiences, and those experiences have not been useless. There is something that you've gained from those experiences, no matter how painful they've been. And I do get that they've been painful, because the Nine of Wands can sometimes dictate this energy or this attitude of the wounded warrior. It's like, I've come here to suffer. I've come here to be this stepping stool for others. But that, no. Spirit is saying, no, we're about to shift that right now. Right? We're about to shift that right now. You're turning pain into power. That thing that was meant to destroy you is actually going to be the thing that elevates you and that makes you unwithable. Okay? In the near future, there's going to be a shift in your mindset. No longer will you see yourself hunted, but you will find yourself in the position of being the hunter. No longer will you see yourself as the victim, but you are going to shift into the victor. Okay? Things may make sense. They don't have to. I just see you having a shift in your mindset. And it's always been, you're just going to come to this realization. The Nine of Cups to the Knight of Swords in the past, like you've always held this level of value, right? You may not have known it, but you've always held it. And there's butterflies in this picture. There are certain experiences that you needed to have to bring you to this realization. I feel like that's why the butterflies are here, because there were like different transformations that brought you to this realization of the Nine of Swords, which shifts how you see yourself, how you think of yourself, which will actually shift the dynamic of your connections and your relationships, and how you feel like you've been called to show up in the world too. Yeah. Right now you're being seen as the Emperor with the Four of Cups, somebody that don't play. You're being seen as the Emperor who does not play. The Four of Cups is like, I ain't got time for this, right? I don't have time for this. We'll go out of this be alone if we have to, right? Very focused, very much about your business, not a lot of time for pettiness. I feel like you're being seen this way as someone who has a lot of control over their life right now, very stable, very mature emotionally, even successful in what you pursue in your endeavors in business, in life. But there could be some unhealthy attachments. There could also be a lot of fulfillment, but there's still certain things that you're being seen as still desiring, right? You could also be seen as someone who is just really to themselves as well. Kind of withdrawn, indifferent, not really connected emotionally as well. We'll see why that is in a moment here. But definitely someone very masterful. It's like you don't play about it. You don't play about it at all. For whoever you are, you may be on the brink of getting some kind of raise at work. You may be finding that out. You're about to get higher pay or some type of benefit that's going to increase your compensation at work. There's some benefit coming in that's going to increase your compensation. Or this could also be you heading into connections that are very mature and very beneficial, profitable. Maybe a heightened connection. Maybe you're going to take the connection to the next level. You have made some decision to go all in, right? And then I see the Two of Pentacles here. It's almost like there is some type of inhibition, like you fear overworking or overdoing or spreading yourself too thin. There's something like that coming out. But at the same time, on the other side, there may be a desire to be really seen for your value, for what it is that you can do, right? And lastly, we have the Lovers coming out in the result. So for someone, this could be about connections. It could be about business connections, collaborations, having this combined concerted effort to meet some type of goal, some business venture, or you just having connections that are reciprocal, right? That are beneficial, that are mutual, and that are very abundant and attractive. That's where it ends. I love this. But overall, it says that you are being guided to a beautiful space. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 major arcana. And so spirit is actually all up in your business, which is not uncommon for a master number 11. This transformation is being guided. You're being guided through this transformation, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. I feel like you're going to get to experience something that you have no idea that was on your path. Okay. Whatever this is really beautiful. I like it. What are the ending messages for my butterfly spirit? Thank you. All right, so Sacred Union comes out, which is about that energy, partnerships, romance. So this is something that could be on your path here in the near future if you're not in it already. I feel like these are divinely guided connections, partnerships. This could be about business, working together to increase your value in life, increase your compensation for what it is that you do. These are sacred partnerships, ones that can be trusted. For some of you, this could be about romantic partnerships, one or the other. It could be about both. That came out several times in this reading. We have the Two of Cups, the Lovers. Sometimes the Four of Cups can talk about that energy. about something higher, something more divine, something that you could not find on your own. It had to be guided. I also have Sun Dancers, which is all about experience. And that experience is going to be very joyful, some type of celebration around life and abundance. This is actually a picture of two elemental creatures. It's like the littles, you guys know the littles, or we can call them fairies. They have wings and they're flying, and there's like magic underneath their feet. It's very beautiful. I love it. Again, that energy of connection. I feel like your connections are going to be very satisfying as this transformation takes place. When you reach the other side, what awaits is a lot of fulfillment. The 11 turns into a 2, which is also that number of connection, partnerships, major decisions. And so there's just a lot about fulfillment through your connections here as this transformation is taking place. I feel like Spirit is positioning you. This may be a desire of your heart, something that you've asked for. Well, through this, Spirit is positioning you in that way. I also have the Shadow Queen coming out, giving that Sagittarian energy, acquiring knowledge. This also could be dealing with your shadow side. This could be a time of lots of healing, lots of shadow work being done with insecurity. Also, I do see the energy being illuminated, the energy around manipulation coming out right now. Spirit is exposing these things so that you can see and move clearly. That's why there's so much guidance coming out here. There's a lot that's being illuminated here around you. And then last, we have the Chess Queen that's talking about trusting and strategizing. I feel like this is personal, but it's also on a micro level, but also a macro level. This is personal, but it's also outwardly being able to trust your moves and being able to strategize. I know we had with the one of the astrological cards was talking about data. I think it was Capricorn, talking about day-to-day routines and being really serious, like taking things seriously, actually approaching things from a business-like perspective. And so whatever this is, whoever is set on your path is coming in to elevate your experience. This transformation is about you being transcended over to a place that is going to be supportive for you in every way, even down to who you are being connected with. It almost has the feel of assignment. There are people that have been assigned to you for specific purposes. You've been assigned to other people for specific purposes, and it is to fulfill a common goal. Okay. And so this is very strategic. You're being asked to be very strategic and to trust where you are being taken. Okay. Trust yourself through this process too. So that's what I have. I love this. Let me know if this resonates. Okay. And I'm sorry for that interruption. Of course, technology will fail. It's not 100% guaranteed, but I'm glad we were able to get back on and finish out this message strong. I'm also just coming back to the original messages. Just be careful. A lot of what you're being given right now and where you're being directed, everybody may not be able to go, and not everybody needs to know. Okay. And so Spirit is speaking directly to you so that you might hide this in your heart. Okay. And act accordingly. Okay. And so take this as if it resonates for you. This is definitely a message for someone, a direct message. And so like, share, comment, subscribe if you feel led, and we will see you all next time. Blood Moon Oracle is the channel, and my name is Leticia. As always, it's a pleasure to speak into your life, to confirm things. Maybe that spirit has already spoken to you. Let me know how that resonates, how it goes over. If you're already experiencing these things, let me know. I'll talk back. Okay. Try to keep it positive though. And we'll see you all next time. Okay. All right. Bye. I'm so to you.